Good afternoon. Good afternoon, sports fans. Man, feels like I haven't done this in a long time. It's been a little over 24 hours. It feels like I've been away for a long time just because I'm off schedule. But it's good, I think it's good to mix it up and see what happens when we go live in the middle of the afternoon, or I guess like the morning. Kings fan, how are you? What was the ITFB again? Something about the Dodgers baseball. It's time for Dodgers baseball. It's time for Dodgers baseball. It's time for RateGame Live. That's what it's time for. Oh my goodness. One of those days, folks. You saw the Mac rebrand? I didn't. I haven't seen much of anything today. I've been heads down. Meetings on meetings on meetings. So many meetings. Crazy. The things we do for money. Vin Scully used to say, "Oh, wow, the ultimate storyteller. The best to ever do it on a baseball diamond." Vincent Scully. The man was enchanting. I loved hearing his voice. I loved hearing his insights, his information. Yes, I made it. Raise up, dude. I did make it. That is my win for the day. Being here, going live, sticking to the plan, and not missing a spin of the globe. That's what this is all about. Just showing up no matter what, getting the word out. Getting the word out. Word out about what? Glad you asked. This is a live stream that is really a sports show. It's a live stream that is really as a proxy for a show that I like to do every day, every morning usually, but some stuff came up today and in the other world that I frequent, and here we are. So the show is really different than any other show out there because all the stuff that I'm about to talk about in the world of sports is really informed and very much influenced by the ratings and reviews from the users on a little platform, a little app website called RateGame, rategame.io. RateGame, here's the R in the corner there, live. It is basically like a letterbox for sports. You rate sports games you love to watch. Very simple. It's free, 0 to 10. All of the ratings are coordinated by color. So if you're familiar with that stoplight up there, red, yellow, green, your right is rain. And if you love sports, oh my goodness, you will very much be at home here on Planet RateGame. So the show and the platform, hosted and run by yours truly, building it with the fine folks on the interwebs. Met a couple of folks, a couple of users in real life, actually, a couple of sports fans. Philip Frank, had the pleasure of meeting him outside of Madison Square Garden one day, just randomly. I was handing out QR codes, just pounding the pavement, getting the word out about RateGame, and he was like, "I know you." He's like, "I know you from I think at the time it was Twitter still. I don't think Elon had actually taken over yet. So he's like, "I know you from Twitter." I was like, "You do? No way." I was like, "Amazing. That is amazing. What are the chances?" Only in New York, man. So that is one of the people that I know. But anyway, the show is more or less a repetition. It's something that we kind of get into a groove on, and the way that we do that and kind of how we anchor ourselves is a segment that is called Were the Sports Good? So basically, it is a question that we ask and answer, and it's exactly what it sounds like. We say to ourselves out loud, how were the sports Were they good? Were they bad? Were they in between? And then from there, we kind of go off to the races. So the first thing we got to take a look at is our little dashboard. Make sure that I have it here. I haven't even checked in yet. That's just how crazy things have been today. All right, so mixed bag of tricks. Oh, actually, it's quite low. That's quite low. Let me get this over here. Boom. 18 games across 3 leagues, and we got a 5-9er. It's on the low side, folks. That is on the low side. And we got 18 games played in the last 24 hours across 3 leagues. Super light, super light. I feel like within the next week, it's going to be pretty much Major League Baseball, WNBA, Major League Soccer every so often. And then you'll get your finals games, Stanley Cup and or NBA, one apiece until we get to the World Cup. So the World Cup, funny enough, with the New York Knicks in the finals, there is a, albeit small likelihood, but a likelihood nonetheless, that I think it's game 6 of the finals will overlap with the World Cup game that's being played in MetLife. I forget who the countries. I think it's France and like Senegal. It's some crazy matchup. But basically they're saying if you're like a crazy, first of all, if you're like loaded, if you have like all the money in the world, you could potentially get a practice round in at Shinnecock, which is like a golf country club that is private, that hosts a major. Then you could go to the soccer match, the World Cup match at MetLife. I think that's at like 3. And then you could end your day at Madison Square Garden to see game 6 of the NBA Finals, which would be just an all-time day. And I'm sure that there's some people that are absolutely planning for that if it actually comes to fruition. So I'm hopeful that it does, because that would mean that the Knicks are playing very good and the series is even better. And hopefully game 6 would be Knicks in 6. Got a funny feeling. Knicks in 6, whoever it is. I feel like it'll take 6 games. But 158 ratings on the 18 games played across 3 active leagues, 5-9. That's a mixed bag. That's actually on the low side. Over the course of the next 24 hours, I think heading into the weekend, we'll see the new dashboard, the new rating system, the new scoring system. So this hopefully will be more in line with the ratings themselves and not the games played, meaning more opportunities for green. More opportunities for green. All right, going back to the big board here, Canes Crush. We have the Carolina Hurricanes. So a lot of people counted them out when they lost. They dropped that first game so long ago. Habs came in and I think shocked the world, and the Canes, were a little bit rusty. They'd been off for 12 days, almost 2 weeks. But Canes said, not so fast. Not so fast. And here we are, a mere 6 days later, and the Canes are knocking on the doorstep. So looking like right now that it will be your Las Vegas Knights versus your Carolina Hurricanes in the Stanley Cup Final, barring a crazy comeback. Stoplight. Wow, look at that. Been getting a lot of stoplights lately, which is very cool. I think aesthetically it's very pleasing, and also it's just a good signal that winners, losers are going to skew in the opposite direction, which means the neutrals are really like the source of truth. They're the ones that determine, was this game worth our time or not? And then when it's yellow, that means the bias is neutralized. That means that, like, okay, the losing team and the winning team, all things being equal, if they're very excited or very angry, if they're just saying like this game sucked and it sucked for me, and then the winners are like, this game was amazing, but it's like, this game was amazing for me, And then the neutrals can come in and be like, here's what actually happened in this game. Okay. This game was so. And in the case of this one, I mean, 4-0, like, come on, that's open and shut. I don't even really have highlights other than the fact that, it's 3-1. Have you ever seen an all yellow game? Yeah, all the time. All the time. Mostly, I think actually the if I'm not mistaken. Now you got me thinking. Oh my gosh, 980. Wow. I can't wait till this hits 1K. So close. So close. Oh, stoplight. That's right. Both Super Bowls are stoplights. Crazy that this is a 5-0 even. Dead center. I did not think so. I thought this was less. I mean, maybe just the spectacle of the bats getting the brakes beaten off them, but I thought it was not entertaining. Like, this thing was over, man. This thing was open and shut. This was like Vrabel and Rossini, man. It was a train wreck. So to answer your question, I just don't, not off the top of my head, I don't have it like at the ready. I feel like by and large, like it's either, most games either have a uniform color, all greens you see a lot, or they're just like missing one of the teams. One of the teams just doesn't show up, as we saw in the case of the Avs fans. I don't think a single Avs fan rated a single sweep, which is like, I can't really blame them. So anyway, back to, where were we? Last night, yeah. So stoplight, let's see how we're doing. Let's check in on the Habs. At the end of the day, this Habs squad can't handle an aggressive back check. It's sad. My favorite sports team made me browse on my cell phone while the game was background noise after the first period. Oh, I hate that. A period which was uninspiring. Yeah, that sucks. Did all the Habs fans not bother to write anything? Is Ollie Bro the only one? Wow. So we always hide if it's like there's no take, if it's just a rating. I find that hard to believe. I guess they were that upset. I thought for sure Breton would say something. Oh no, wait. No, he's a Carolina fan. Yeah, wow. Too much pain, huh? Dang, Ollie Bro's the only one. Kudos, bro. Dang. Now I gotta see. Yeah, wow. Oh, poor Breton, man. Breton usually has something to say. Now he's at a loss for words. Won't kick a fan when he's down. All right, let's see what Flame had to say. Hurricanes unleashed a storm in the Bell Center by beating the Habs at their own game. Crazy first periods. Storm came early, and it looked like Montreal had weathered it. Too bad they missed the hurricane warning flags because Carolina scored 3 quick goals and put Montreal in a deep hole they couldn't climb out of. Carolina proceeded to ragdoll the Habs. They got plenty of great chances in the second, but Montreal had some decent ones as well. Then in the third, Carolina treated Montreal like a speed bag. Shots were 19-3 in favor of Carolina before the last couple of minutes when everybody knew this game was over. It was 18-1. In games 2 and 3, Montreal scrapped out close games and kept it competitive. Tonight, Carolina got them down for the count after 20 minutes and played with their food for the last 40. 60 minutes on ice, folks. That's good math. The Hurricanes pulled this shtick back in 2006 when they faced Montreal. They gave up 6 goals in game 1, but won the series with 4 straight wins. History is repeating itself, certainly. Nice pick. Okay, Jack with some patriotism there. Seems to be rooting for America. Montreal should try shooting at the net. Very good, Mariana. Very good. Well, this definitely happened. I have no takeaways from this at all. This is extremely boring, pathetic, and was a waste of time. It wasn't even an elimination game. There was no stakes. I remember this morning I went to ESPN to try and bypass the time I had between finals, and I saw this and I thought, that's boring, and nobody should probably watch that. Should. So I would like to tell past NRL that he was very correct. I guess we play Carolina in the Stanley Cup Finals, so congrats on winning the East. I have no idea what the game plan was for either team. The world has bigger problems. Malachite, well, my Avalanche. Canadiens Finals isn't happening. Was Montreal's whole strategy to just injure the Canes? Straight BTA from Carolina. Oof. Here you are, Kings fan. Hurricanes not only stop the Canadiens from scoring the whole game, but crush all hope and joy by scoring 3 goals in the first period. Montreal couldn't get a shot off to save their lives. They fall to 3-1 hole. Probably impossible to get out of. Vegas, Carolina, yeah, has a horrible ring to it. Are people really upset about this? Did people think we were going to get Colorado, Carolina? I feel like Carolina was not a surprise, right? They're the best team. So, in the East. I think Vegas is the shocking one here. Maybe Montreal would have a chance if they got shots on goal more than once every 3 business days. Ouch. It's Childress with the little corporate speak. Oh my goodness. All right, so that takes care of that. That is your puck. They look like they are in the driver's seat over in Carolina. Back to business for them, back home to hopefully finish it off. And, Stanley Cups will probably kick off before the NBA Finals, which is crazy because the playoffs started after the NBA. So because of the decimation in the conference finals, we pull up the Stanley Cup and it starts before the NBA Finals because we got Game 6 this evening. All right, so been saying it, been touting it, been campaigning for this man to get his Cy Young, and wouldn't you know it, he was on the mound last night. He was also batting last night. They're letting the boy bat, is what I like to say. They're letting the boy bat. And what is he doing? Well, he's delivering. He is making Dave Roberts look like a genius. Who am I talking about? Shohei Ohtani, of course. Best baseball player on the planet. Was a starting pitcher last night and also the leadoff hitter last night. So how did that go? Well, Shohei Ohtani is the only starting pitcher to hit a leadoff home run in the history of baseball. He's done that 3 times. Let us take in the sights and sounds of the best hitter. The best pitcher hitter since Babe Ruth. Better than Babe Ruth, obviously, but it's really the only comparison that we have. The modern day Babe. Shohei Ohtani.
Sugano's 1-1. Ohtani, dead center field. Did he get enough? Sugano's 1-1.
Oh my God.
Dead center field. Did he get enough? You bet he did.
Just holds it up. Little Shohei.
He's just showing off once again.
He's just showing off.
Back-to-back starts. He leads off the game with a homer.
Oh my God. He did that last start too? Bro, just give this guy the Cy Young already, man. And then he goes 6 innings pitched, 7K. Actually, I think he walked the season high in this one. And the earned run was because of that. He was like a little bit off. You're being distracted. I'm sorry, Kings fan. I'm sorry. Is somebody forcing you to be here? Blink twice if you need help. All right, so Shohei was on the mound. Oh, raise up, dude. I wanted to show you this. This is Jonathan Heasley, not to be confused with Heasley. on the mound last night. He was making his debut. A little nerves got to the young man. Just a little nervous.
29 years of age.
29-year-old making his MLB debut.
In the majors with the Royals, 21, 22, 23, 36 overall appearances.
Oh, my God. I've been there.
Some time of the rotation back
you got to force that down, and it's not. Your stomach's turning over right now.
Skipper.
Just get it out.
Kevin Cash. Oh.
Just get that out. Yep.
I'm feeling so hot.
Yep.
On the hill. You could tell that he was feeling some discomfort.
It's just nerves. I mean, I bet he feels a world better after just yakking. Sometimes you just got to boot and rally. It almost happens immediately, too. I've had situations where it's like as soon as I blow chunks, it's like back in action. Oof. You're taking shots at John Boy. You don't like John Boy? You didn't like this clip that John Boy put together? King saying, you are a tough customer, man. I don't know how does somebody get your, how did I get your attention? What did I do to deserve your attention? Seems like you are very particular about the kind of content you like to consume. I'm sure it helps that I read your takes out on the live. All right. So we had Ohtani, then we had, CBB. Well, I appreciate your patience. We had Ohtani on the mound, then we had Yordan Alvarez, both of these dudes on my fantasy team. And somehow I'm in 11th place because my pitching is cheeks. But Yordan Alvarez is now tied with the Samurai, I think. I think the Southside Samurai hit 20 last night as well. Yordan hit 2 homers last night, 2 the night before, and 1 the night before that. So he's got 5 home runs in his last 3 games. Yeah, the Southside Samurai is Murakami. He's got 20. So does Yordan now. I think they're both tied atop the AL. First 2 to do it. Here's a blast from Yordan.
Yordan sends one to center field deep.
Smoky.
He's done it again. 5 bombs in 3 games.
Yordan Bombs.
Yordan continues to get cleared for liftoff at DFW. Yordan sends one to center field.
There's just no better sound. There's no better sound in sports than bat on ball. Just wood on ball cover. Such a satisfying smack for Yordan.
Back, he's done it again. 5 bombs in 3 games. Air Yordan continues to get cleared for liftoff at DFW.
All right, so we heard Ohtani's, we heard Yordan's. Let's see what the Southside Samurai is up to. Oof.
Beat it 2.
Oh wow, he just caught that.
Flicks this one the other way. Back it goes. 20 home runs for Munetaka Murakami.
Wow.
He becomes the 3rd White Sox player to hit 20 before June.
I mean, dude, the Sox are fun. The Sox are good. Very fun team. I bet my guy Cap is just having the time of his life this summer. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on in Cap's world. Someone pains me to do it, but oh shoot, I'm not even sharing. Sorry. Oh my God. Look at this. Oh, did it crash on me? Or was I just silly? Look at this stoplight. This is a crazy stoplight. Yeah, same. I love Murakami. I love him. I love the nickname. I love the swagger, the swing. It's amazing. 7-9 for the Sox, 5-1 for the neutrals, 0.3 for the poor Twins fans. Cap with the 10. Sox offense explodes and takes a series lead 2-1. Hopefully they can close it out and win 3 of 4. I'm with you, man. Fish Jake, clean up aisle, my pants. Nice. Ridiculous. General Dumb, objectively not a great game, but it was really fun for me. David Sandlin shines in his MLB debut, and lots of homers are hit today. They're at the game on my computer right now, actually. Amazing. It's Belt. Hack it up, bro. Back it up, bro. Not much to say about this one. Only someone positive is my AL Rookie of the Year future on Murakami got a little better. Certainly did. That's like all but Lock City, man. Wouldn't you know it? At Rate Field. Love that. All right. So this one is a 4-7 Murakami. Ohtani, Yordan, smacking bombs. And we also get back to our board here. Nice. We're done. Okay. RIP Claude Lemieux. So this one came over the wire as I was prepping for this. I am not a hockey guy. People know that. I am an ally to the Puck Pals. I am a student of the arena, the Zamboni. So I was obviously curious about the man Claude. What's he all about? And I'm spelling his name wrong, that's why. He had some records. So apparently highly clutch 4-time Stanley Cup winner. Born in Buckingham, Quebec, Lemieux was selected 26 overall by the Montreal Canadiens in 1983. He won his first Stanley Cup in 1986, so 3 years after he was drafted. Brought home Lord Stanley. Devils dynasty and Conn Smythe traded to the Jersey Devils. He played a massive role in their 1995 championship run, recording league best 13 playoff goals to win this Conn Smythe trophy as a playoff MVP. He later added a 4th cup with the Devils in 2000. The Devils were so dominant when I was a kid. Colorado and rivalry. Lemieux won a 3rd consecutive Stanley Cup with 3 different teams in 1996 as a member of the Colorado Avalanche. He was a notorious agitator, and his brutal 1996 hit on Detroit's Chris Draper sparked one of the most famous and vicious rivalries in NHL history. What? Where is Flame? I need Flame's wisdom. I need his hockey history here. Journeyman years and retirement. After a long career that also saw him play for the Phoenix Coyotes, Dallas Stars, and San Jose Sharks, he officially retired from professional hockey in 2009. He was 60 years old. Following his retirement, Lemieux transitioned into a highly successful career as an NHL player agent, representing notable stars like Moritz Seider, Timo Meier, and Hampus Lindholm. He is the father of forward Brendan Lemieux, passing down his fiercely competitive and physical playing style. Very, very sad to hear this. 60, very young, 60 years old. I don't know the cause of his death yet, but 60 years old, certainly young. Nicknamed Pepe, the gritty power forward ranks 9th in NHL history with 80 career postseason goals. Wow. Kings fan, you seem to know that hit, huh? How crazy is the hit?
One to nothing. Colorado, first blood. Coffee dumping it into the corner. It's around the net for the point. Gusarov has him well covered. Red Wings have 3 in deep. And they can't come up with it. Coffee will stop it. No, he won't. He missed it at the blue line. So they have to stand for back onside. And a penalty is going to be called.
Yikes.
And it's going to be Lemieux again, I think. The Red Wing player needs.
That's a nasty hit. That's like a freaking closet hit. Your back is turned and just like a little panini on the glass there.
And they can't come up with it. Coffey will stop it. No, he won't. They missed it at the blue line. So they have to scamper back on side. And,
dirty. Yeah, I can see why. That is not nice. I can see why his opponents were not happy with that. So RIP to Claude, man. 2-game suspension for that hit? Wow. I feel like that's not crazy, though. I feel like the NBA would do much worse. But again, the NBA doesn't really have any sort of cross-checking, so it's not sound logic there. It's not a worthy comparison. All right, so RIP to Claude Lemieux. I'm sure we'll get a little write-up on him, in RateGame. All right, so the throwback for the day. Yes, throwback for the day is of course, the New York Knicks. Every Thursday, we do a throwback, a classic. By the way, this entire time, I didn't even say anything. I've been using the new layout. I've been using the new web, like real estate. You probably can't tell on here because it's a little condensed, but this is now the new, like, Pick'em little widget that we have here. So it's a little bit more colorful, a little bit more action going on here. Just to encourage the selections so you guys can go on little streaks. We can see who gets the biggest pick streak. And then for the community, the discussion is now a little bit more rich. Here, I can expand this for you. So you got trending on the right-hand side here. Then ratings as they come in on the community. You can filter, obviously, by the leagues and all that. You can, hey, what about WNBA? I can cover WNBA. I'd love to cover WNBA. Let's see what the WNBA has got going on. WNBA actually has the top game. I appreciate the call out, Kaylin. That was much needed. Tempo versus Sky. And the Fire versus the Sun. Wow, it's a full slate. Tempo good. I know they got off to a tough start, but oh wow, here we go, all greens. This seemed to be a good one. Who is our Tempo fan? Amir. He's also a big Raptors fan. I hope Kaylin sees this. I hope she knows that we're covering NBA now. WNBA, excuse me. The Toronto Tempo beat down the Chicago Sky. Not beat down, but they get a win. Here is what Amir says. I only got to watch the last 3 minutes, but the team was great in the clutch, making the correct plays, executing and hitting clutch shots when needed. It was great to see, especially to break the 2-game losing streak. Starting lineup was great, put up great numbers, and having Sabali back is honestly really important, especially with how gutted we are in terms of bigs. Nice. Tigers and Angels. The Sky were down and out by the 4th quarter despite the fight and tried to claw back. Excellent game overall. Johnny Slices. The Sky could sadly not get over the hump in the 4th quarter. They also got to work on their shooting. Until they're more consistent on that, I'll still stay average. Tempo hold on at the end, and Rice gets the best of her former teammate as these Tempo have yet another win in their short history. Very nice. What's the Tempo's record? We can find that out quite easily. Oh, they're 500. Very nice. They are 500. 4 wins, 4 losses. Play tomorrow versus the Mystics. Who? Oh, the Sparks play tomorrow versus the Mystics. Where are they on the board? How are the Mystics? Are the Mystics good this year? Kiki? Wow, 50 streak. Let's go. 50 streak in a row is massive. It's major. Ooh. Neutrals. Really tough night for the Storm. The Mystics took a big lead and never looked back. Bit of a snoozer. Okay. 5-3. That was your number one, right? Yeah, Tempo was your number one. Liberty beat the Mercury. Wow, Lynx destroyed them. And the Portland Fire. How are the Fire doing? Carla Light. Raise up, dude. I watched from the start of the third quarter, and boy, was it a roller coaster. I went from the Fire being up by 10 and going, this will be light work for Portland, just coast to eating my words within minutes as the Sun had a hot third quarter to tie things up and even get ahead. And to be honest, I got distracted and came back to the game, and we're back up by 10. I literally audibly went, what? I generally thought we were going to lose, but then the fourth quarter happened. My God, what a game. I generally didn't expect it to be this close considering how ass the Suns have been this season, but oh well. I generally just want to shout out my team for locking in the fourth quarter. They generally balled out. Let's go. Another tough loss. Jack's the number one Sun fan. Wow, another tough loss. Won the third by 10 to tie the game, then fell apart in the fourth. HVL been ice cold lately, but put up 7 in this one. But now we fall to 1-8. Oof. On their way out, too. Relocating to Houston cannot come soon enough, it seems. All right, so we got the Portland Fire are 5-3. Nice. 8 games in their young history. And there were 2 games above 500. Love that. All right, so back to what I was saying for Throwback Thursday. Shout out to Caitlin Updates. No fever on here, fortunately. Sorry, Caitlin. I'm sure that's probably what you were looking for. But this is like the new version of RateGame that is dropping ever so soon. That's what Jack keeps asking for. This is like the new real estate that we have on the Discover. And we have the Throwback Thursday, which is the New York Knicks winning a finals game. The last time they won a finals game in 1999. Game 3. It was the only game they won. But it was a game in which the Spurs were riding a 12-game winning streak. One of 5 teams in the modern NBA, in the history of the NBA, actually, to have a 12-game winning streak or more in the playoffs. All of those, except for one, have won the NBA Finals. The Spurs ended up winning this series 4-1, so this is the only win that the Knicks had, but very cool to see the scenes from this game. And of course, I had to tweet about it just because my guy Ben, my guy Ben was here. Stiller was at this one. So I always say, Stiller was there. I record his record. I've got like a list going for games that Ben Stiller has attended, either home or away, just, has to be Knicks. And wouldn't you know it, this is the actual promo or the lead-in that Bob Costas is giving as they come back from commercial break for the start of Game 3 in Madison Square Garden. So this is Celebrity Row 27 years ago for Game 3 of the finals. The last time the Knicks had a finals win.
As usual, plenty of familiar faces at the Garden for a big playoff game. Evander Holyfield, who must not be in training. Earlier, I saw him wolf down 2 hot dogs. Ben Stiller.
My guy.
James Conn. JFK Jr.
And upstairs, Tiger Woods.
Tiger.
Two
Adam.
Saturday Night Live alums who've gone on to movie stardom. Adam Sandler and Billy Crystal. And Woody Allen.
Disgraced. Legend.
Spike says fourth quarter, we're coming back.
Spike's been saying that for 27 years, folks. And Stiller's been here the whole time. Stiller was there. Stiller's an OG, man. Look at how young he is there. So my take to Benny Boy is I was just 9 years old when this one hit, down 0-2 after the lockout. This was a lockout shortened season. This was 50 games. We were the 8th seed, the only 8th seed to make a finals other than the 2023 Miami Heat. Madison Square Garden was absolute bedlam. Allen Houston went off for 34 points. He was 12 for 12 from the line. Latrell Sprewell Spree was like our bruiser. He was like our cagey, tough guy. 24, 5 boards and 5 assists. Marcus Camby was filling in for Patrick Ewing, coming off of that Achilles injury in the Eastern Conference Final. And the Spurs were sloppy. They turned it over 20 times. This is like a young Tim Duncan with the Admiral, with like a seasoned Admiral. He had a double-double. Admiral had a double-double. But we stole one, and we made it 2-1. This was at a time when, 1999, it's like on the brink of the millennium. So you had Y2K. This is pre-9/11. So, the only panic and like looking back on it now, just so silly to think about. People were freaking out about Y2K ahead of the millennium. You had Star Wars Episode 1 had just come out. The crazy, introduction of like the new evil character, Darth Maul. And, Spike and Stiller are there, man. They've been there since the beginning. So I tweeted this out at Ben, and he and I have followed each other on this lovely platform. Wouldn't you know it? He gave me some love, gave me a little like. So that's the ultimate goal here, is for Ben to rate a finals game. Need his presence on RateGame. I think if he gave it a try, he'd absolutely love it. Just knowing how much he appreciates the Knicks and basketball in general. He has like a true love of the game. So we follow each other on here. He follows RateGame, and he liked that post. So you never know. Gonna keep trying, see if we can get him to make an account. All right, let's see. Back to look at that, and I got this gorgeous, gorgeous picture of Marcus Camby just going against the tall trees here. You got the Admiral, you got Duncan, you got Camby over here, you got Larry Johnson with the 4-point play. Just beautiful, beautiful stuff. Allen Houston's your player of the game. Caden, I love vintage ball, the sound, the atmosphere, the look, the score bug. Something about it just feels right and makes the viewing experience so much better than what it is now, for me at least, personally. On to the game. It was an absolute thriller, and just seeing the Garden in straight pandemonium was electric to see. Allen Houston, need I say more? I love Sprewell's game and the 3-point shot he hit before the end of the first quarter, which caused Knicks fans to break the sound barrier. It was such a crazy crowd pop. The entire game is on YouTube, by the way, for free, if anybody wants to check it out. Massive momentum just to be shut down seconds later by a nasty 3 by Daniels on the opposite end. Tim Duncan was that mother effer. There's a bank shot he hits around the third, maybe fourth quarter. That's just so gross. I had to rewind the tape. Duncan Robinson as well. Just an elite facilitator all around. Duncan Robinson. Tim Duncan and David Robinson. Lastly, I love film, so I'm not ending this review without shouting out the legend Spike Lee. Matter of fact, go light a Spike Lee joint and go watch Do the Right Thing. It'll change your life, promise. Very cool. Caden, shout out Caden, man. Caden wrote an incredible review on the App Store too about RateGame, which was fantastic to see. So shout out Caden. Also, shout out to anybody who hasn't rated or reviewed RateGame yet. 5 stars. Light that mother effer up. We need ratings. We need reviews. I hate stars as a way to rate things. I think it's very lazy and weak, but the App Store uses the star system, so those are the rules. Those are the rules. We'll use the stars. 5 stars for RateGame. Flame, let's see what you got. Welcome, Flame. Late, but just in time. Pretty good game for New York's last win in the NBA Finals. I was not alive, so I didn't get to watch this game live. Looking back, this game was both close and kind of one-sided. This game had no lead changes, and aside from 0-0, this game was tied once for about a minute, 58-58, with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. 58, tied at 58 with 3 minutes in the third. How crazy is that? The Spurs never led again. As a matter of fact, New York led for 46 minutes in this game. Yet, at the same time, New York almost never led by double digits, meaning the Spurs were always in striking distance. The Knicks just held them off. I feel like that was like, you know, the poor Knicks, man. They were just like fighting for their lives this entire series when it was like, you know, the Spurs were just kind of playing with their food. Defense was the name of the game, and both sides, but specifically for the Knicks, they had to stop Tim Duncan. TD had been unstoppable, and New York did a much better job slowing him down here. Even then, the Spurs never truly went away, and it was up to Houston and Sprewell to close them out, which is exactly what they did in the fourth. Yes. We might be getting a rematch of this soon. I don't know. I don't know, Ganoles. I don't know, Ganoles. Oh, Matt Schmidt, this is new. It almost hurts watching this game knowing that the mid-range shot is essentially dead in the modern game. Sprewell was awesome in this game. Also can't help but think how cool this game would have been to attend. From the highlights I've seen, the Garden looked crazy. It was. Not that I was there or anything, but it was. After seeing the ticket price for this year, I hope the true fans still have a way into the building. Thank you, Matt. No, we don't. The answer is, unless I plan on selling my kidney, I will not be going to a Knicks Finals game. It's just not in the cards. Yeah, he did. Houston was huge. Leading scorer. 12 for 12 from the line. It's insane. MSG, baby. Game 3, 1999. All right, that's your TBT, and I think that will bring us home. Nice. All right, so final 48 day 35. Let us do the deed. Oh my gosh, what is this? Don't give me this. There we go. You never know what's going on here. Oh, okay. Here we go. Fire up the Glober. Nice little soft rotation. And then we just go boom. Round and round it goes. Wait, what? We already did Australia. Oh my gosh, that's what happened. That's what happened. I was like, wait a second, why is this like spinning? Okay. The entire thing reset, but I built this thing in where I can add every single one in. So, and we could probably do it from memory, actually. It's not going to be in order, but let's see. Yup. No Curacao. Yup. I don't think we had Egypt either. No, and we didn't have France. Or did we? Did we have France? Yes, I think we did. Iran, yup. Ghana, I know. Ivory Coast, I think we got, yup. Iraq, no. Haiti, yes. Or maybe Iraq. Did we get Iraq? England, yes. Ecuador, I believe, yes. Maybe not, though. I'm not confident about that. Belgium, yes. Brazil, yes. Cape Verde, no. Algeria, yes. Oh, gosh. Jordan, yes. Morocco, yes. New Zealand, I'm not sure. Portugal, yes. Saudi Arabia, no. South Korea, yes. Sweden, yes. Tunisia, we just did. Uzbekistan, no. Uruguay, yes. Turkey, yes. Switzerland, yes. Spain, yes. South Africa, yes. Scotland, no. Qatar, yes. Paraguay, yes. Norway, yes. Netherlands, I believe, yes. Japan, yes. Ecuador, yes, I think. Let's see, where does that get us? Mm-hmm. I feel like we did Panama. I think we cleared. Group I, yes. I might cheat right here and just go into the last one. That'd be so crazy to see myself on live, watching myself watch a YouTube video. Liveception. Let me see. Oh, wow. I can see myself now. All right. So the last live we did, yup. Chapters. Okay, last one we did was Sweden. Oh, there it is. Got it. Boom. Huge. Yup, got that right. Wow. Got that right. Oh, we did Germany. Yup. Okay, so we got Germany. Curaçao's the only one left there. Egypt. Yup, got that. Wow. Oh, wait. It's cut off. Kings fan, you said yesterday, you said, what is the World Cup? You're sicko. Oh, there we go. Whoop. Oh, there it is. Okay, we have France. Oh, wow. Everything but Senegal. Wow. So we have Iraq. We have Norway. We have, where's Senegal? Senegal is empty. France. Okay. Austria, Argentina. Yep. Uzbekistan. Oh, Panama we have not done yet. Okay, so Panama. Croatia and Ghana. Croatia have done it. Panama, Uzbekistan. Do we have New Zealand? Nope. Egypt? Nope. Going off of Egypt is free. Okay. $32 out of 48 featured. So today is +3. So -3 would be 35. I think this might be right, actually. Okay. I think we're good. Curacao, Cape Verde, Egypt, New Zealand, Panama, Uzbekistan, Senegal, Germany I got, Mexico, Scotland. Scotland we have not done. Curacao, yeah. Czechia. Scotland, Canada, Bosnia, Mexico, Czechia, yep. Okay, we're good. I know I did France. Did I unclick them? Oh, thank you. Very nice. Thank you, Flame. Senegal, I think we did too. No, Senegal we did not do. You got it right here. Okay. Now we're good. Now we're good. Except maybe for... No, Czechia is still good. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, let's spin this puppy. Let's rock it. Nope. Nice. Whew. Spin, rotate, revolve, twirl, round and round she goes. Wow, Senegal. Right on cue. Senegal, man. Incredible. South Africa stand up, or Africa stand up. 3 World Cup appearances. Quarterfinal best finish. Group I. Present and accounted for. If you are from Senegal, you are Senegalese. West African CFA, the Franc. They are a population of just under 18 million. Wow, that's a surprise. Largest city is Dakar. The capital is Dakar. They speak Wolof. Wolof. It's a crazy language, and French. They are part of a presidential republic. That's their government. And their confederation is the CAF. They are a land that has flat rolling plains, the Sahel climate, Gambia River, Atlantic coastline. And for their major industries is fishing, phosphates, ground nuts, tourism, and construction. Main exports, gold, refined petroleum, phosphates, and fish. Main imports, refined petroleum, rice, cars, and pharmaceuticals. The flag, green, Islam, the forests, and hope. Yellow, wealth, arts, and culture. Red, blood of independence, and the struggle. Struggle's real. Star, freedom, unity, and aspiration. Pan-African symbolism for the star. Interesting. Okay. Iconic dishes. Tibodine, Mafi, Bisa, Yasapule, and Dibi. Did you know Senegal is home to the pink lake? Oh, the pink. It's the pink lake. Senegal is home to the pink lake, Lake Retba. Pink from salt-loving algae. Key dates. Independence from France in 1960. World Cup debut in 2002. So this side of the millennium. They beat France. Wow. Reached the quarterfinal in that same year, and they are the AFCON champions in 2021. Their notable folks are Léopold Senghor, Youssou N'Dour. Sadio Mané. Oh, name just rolls off the tongue. What a name. And Hadji Diouf. Sadio Mané. I know that from FIFA. 3 appearances. Yes. 11 all time. 4-3-4. 4 wins, 3 draws, 4 losses. So another 500 squad. 13 goals for, 15 against. They also won AFCON in 2025 before they got robbed. Thank you, Flame. They qualified on the 14th of October, 2025, and they are in a crazy group. Good luck beating Holland and Mbappe. That is crazy. Kick things off with France, the reigning finals appearance and the previous 2 winner and the winner previous 2018. Senegal and Norway in the second match, and then Senegal, Iraq, which I feel like they'll be playing for honor and pride. Sadio Mané is the player to watch. He is the Al Nassr forward. He's 34 years old. He has a Champions League title with Liverpool in 2019, the Africa Cup of Nations winner and MVP in 2022. Claude missed Senegal's 2018 appearance. Thank you. Their all-time record is 5 wins, 3 draws, 4 losses. They built schools, hospitals, and a stadium in Senegalese hometown of Bambali, funded entirely from his own salary. What a great guy, Sadio Mané, giving back to the community. Kalidou Koulibaly, 34 years old, Serie A regular for near a decade with Napoli, AFCON winner in 2022, Senegal's captain. Born in France to Senegalese parents, chose Senegal over France in 2014. And this is in quotes, for my father. Also, we have Senegal's official World Cup squad. Mané is on the squad after missing 2022 with injury. Very happy for him. Me too. Edouard Mendy Al-Ali, 34 years old, Champions League winner with Chelsea in 2021, AFCON winner in 2022, FIFA best goalkeeper 2021, was on unemployment benefits in France in 2014. 5 years later, he was a Champions League winner. You just never know, man. Ismaila Sarr. Wow, we're 3 for 3, Claude. All right, let's go, Flame. 28 years old, Premier League promotion with Crystal Palace, AFCON winner in 2022, Watford, 40 million euro sale to Marseille. Senegal's joint top scorer in the World Cup qualifying, 6 goals in 8 matches. He plays for Crystal Palace, this guy. Nicholas Jackson. Sarr's also there. Can we go 5 for 5? Super rare. Nicholas Jackson, Bayern striker, 24 years old. UEFA Conference League winner with Chelsea in 2025. La Liga regular at Villarreal. Senegal's youngest World Cup squad pick. Born in Gambia, raised in Senegal. Chose Senegal over Gambia because, another all-time quote here, the football is bigger. You go where the football is bigger. That's a 5 for 5 roster, folks. Claude, maybe there was a reason Claude refreshed. Maybe Claude owed it to us to get some stuff right factually because Claude was feeling some type of way. Maybe. Manager is Pape Dia. The style. Koulibaly anchors, Mendy in goal, Mané still the match winner. 4-3-3. Classic kits. Classic kits. I love the flag. And the prediction. What? No way. So you're telling me Senegal has a better chance to get out of this group than Norway? Wow. I'm not even saying that out of like spite. I'm just surprised. Is Senegal like, I feel like we say dark horse every freaking day here. Oh my gosh. They got a better shot than Holland. I feel like it's like not. It's like improperly weighted, excuse me. Senegal did win the AFCON. They're arguably the best team in Africa. Okay. But Holland's like the best soccer player in the world. Norway is very inexperienced this many in their first year. Okay. I imagine that does have some, you know, chemistry, I think, is a definite X factor. If you're bringing the boys back, that's a crazy group. This is a crazy group. This might be the craziest group of them all right here. Down here, Group I. That's a crazy, crazy group. Man. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. 10 countries left before we get to the host land. Yeah, you did say this, Flame. Good man. You did say this. 12 groups, 48 teams. Hosts auto-lock in their group. Let's see. We got any ratings in Senegal? None. Dang. We'll fix that. We will fix that. All right, folks. Today was insane for your boy. We are in the home stretch. That's absolutely right. In the home stretch. Was nervous that I wasn't going to get here today, but I'm happy that I did because I just muted myself. We do this every day. Every day, I'll say that now. It's usually every morning, but life got in the way today. But we do it. Your rating right now. No problem. Gotta rate. You gotta get out there. Gotta rate some games. RateGame is free, by the way. It's fun. It's for fans of all ages. My name is Nick Mark George. I will see you tomorrow. Not at the same time. Hopefully back to your regularly scheduled programming as it's Friday. We want to kick things off the right way. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then.